The Valley Killer by Colton Dennis and Laura Tinney. When a body is discovered one morning, the police try to track down the killer. But with the suspects they figure have done it, they can't piece the murder together. Who committed the murder and why? Part 1. Central Valley, California, 1995. An apartment building appears. The front door of the apartment opens. Man number 1 and woman number 1 appear. Man number 1 reaches for the light switch. No lights. I like the dark, said woman number 1. Oh, kinky. Man number 1 kisses woman number 1. The bedroom's at the end of the hall, said number 1. I'll be waiting, said woman number 1, walking down the hallway. Man number 1 shuts the apartment door, takes off his shirt, then walks towards the bedroom. Where'd you go, my little devil? Asked man number 1. A hand covers man number 1's eyes. Man number 1 laughs. Are you ready for me? Whispered woman number 1. Oh yeah, said number 1. Lay on the bed, so I could tie you up, said woman number 1. Man number 1 laughs, then lays onto the bed. Woman number 1 ties man number 1's arms and legs to the bedpost. You're really kinky, aren't you? Asked man number 1. That's one way you can say it. I'm gonna gag you now. I don't want the neighbors to hear you scream, said woman number 1. Why would I scream? Asked man number 1. All the guys I've been with screamed. You're no different, said woman number 1, putting a gag over number 1's mouth. The next morning, the flash of a camera goes off. Man number 1 appears all covered in blood. The flash of the camera goes off again. Footsteps are walking. Earl Brophy appears, then walks towards the apartment. Caution tape appears. Earl ducks underneath the caution tape. Detective Brophy, in here, said Dallas before appearing. Earl approaches the bedroom. God damn, said Earl. Yeah, I know, said Dallas. What happened? Asked Earl. Well, apparently he met someone last night. Brought that person up here, then this is what the maid found this morning, said Dallas. He has a maid? Asked Earl. Yes, she's outside, in the hallway, said Dallas. Have we ID'd this guy yet? Asked Earl. Yes, Mr. Eugene Porter, age 42, said Dallas. Such a shame. Let's get the coroner in here. Then find out what girl he was with last night, said Earl. Actually, it could have been either a girl or guy. Mr. Porter was bisexual, said Dallas. How do you know that? Asked Earl. Because I've been with him before, sir. I'm bisexual too, said Dallas. Dallas, that's enough information, said Earl. Yes, sir, said Dallas, writing on a clipboard. Earl walks into the living room. The balcony door slides open. Earl walks onto the deck, then looks down. Said Earl, grabbing a wine bottle. Find something, detective? Asked Dallas. Yeah, a bottle of wine, said Earl. But there's only one bottle. If there were two people, why only the bottle and no glasses? Said Dallas. Because whoever did this drank from the bottle. Get this to the nerds. I bet there's fingerprints on it, said Earl. Dallas opens a bag. The bottle of wine gets placed into the bag. The bag zips closed. Get this to finger examination now. I want an answer immediately, said Dallas. Yes, sir, said officer number 1, grabbing the bag, then walks away. Dallas looks at Earl. Something wrong? Asked Dallas. I'm getting too old for this. Finding bodies and killers, said Earl. You just need to get out of here. Let's go get some coffee and donuts, said Dallas. All right, only if you pay this time, said Earl. You got it, sir, said Dallas. Both Dallas and Earl are walking out of the apartment, then downstairs. The front door of the apartment building opens. Both Dallas and Earl walk towards a car. The car doors open, then shut. The engine starts, then drives away. A donut shop appears. The car pulls into the parking lot, parks, turns off. The doors open, then shut. Dallas opens the donut shop door. Thanks, Dallas, said Earl. No problem, detective. Both Dallas and Earl are standing in line. So what kind of donut, sir? Asked Dallas. Jelly-filled and a black coffee, said Earl. You go and sit. I'll handle this, said Dallas. All right, said Earl, walking, then sits into a booth. People appear eating and drinking. Earl looks around the room, then pulls out his cell phone. The buttons are being pushed. Footsteps are approaching. Here's your coffee and donut, detective, said Dallas. Thank you, Dallas, said Earl. What are you doing with your cell phone? Asked Dallas. Leaving it out, just in case, said Earl. Dallas drinks his coffee. Oh, coffee is strong today, said Dallas. Dallas, how old are you? Asked Earl. 32, sir. Why? Asked Dallas. I was your age when I became a cop, said Earl. What does this have to do with me? Asked Dallas. I'm retiring after 27 years, said Earl. No, you can't be, said Dallas. I am, in 2 more months. I'll be gone, said Earl. It's not gonna be the same without you, said Dallas. The reason I'm telling you is because I'm promoting you, said Earl. No, detective, said Dallas. Get used to it, Detective DeFore. Because in a few months, this'll be yours, said Earl, showing his badge. I don't know what to say, said Dallas. Just accept it. You deserve it, Dallas, said Earl. Dallas shakes Earl's hand. You won't regret this, said Dallas. I better not, said Earl. Both Dallas and Earl stand up, then walk outside. Dallas collides into Abby Harding. A purse falls onto the ground. Items fall out of the purse. I'm sorry, ma'am, said Dallas. No, it's my fault. I wasn't paying attention, said Abby. Neither was I. Here's your stuff, said Dallas. Thank you. I'm Abby Harding, said Abby. Officer Dallas DeFore and Detective Earl Brophy, said Dallas. Oh, my first day in town and I ran into the police, said Abby, laughing. Well, you didn't commit any crimes yet, said Dallas. I hope I leave it that way too, said Abby. Me too, said Dallas, smiling. Abby smiles too. Well, I'm gonna get some coffee. Excuse me? Officers, said Abby. Of course. Here, I'll get the door, said Dallas, opening the donut shop door. What a gentleman, thank you, said Abby, walking into the donut shop. Dallas closes the donut shop door, then looks at Earl. Earl is smiling. What? Asked Dallas. I see why you like her, said Earl, walking towards the car. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said, and quat, I liked her? And quat, I was being polite, said Dallas. All right, so you're not gonna try to find her, said Earl. No, I'm not, said Dallas, looking at Abby through the window. Yeah, you're not gonna find her, said Earl, chuckling. Get in the damn car, said Dallas. Both Dallas and Earl get into the car. The car starts, then drives away. Earl's cell phone starts ringing. Detective Brophy. Uh-huh. All right, we'll stop by, said Earl, hanging up his cell phone. Who was that? Asked Dallas. The lab got the results, said Earl. And what are they? Asked Dallas. They want to tell us in person, said Earl. Footsteps are walking. I wonder what they found, said Dallas. Hopefully something good, said Earl, opening the laboratory door. Both Dallas and Earl are walking into the lab. Hey, Officer DeFore and Detective Brophy, want to see something? Asked Ernest Ryan Jr., appearing. Hold on to that thought. Ernest, where's your Uncle Garfield? Asked Earl. In the back. Are you guys on a case? Asked Ernest. Yes, but you keep up the good work, said Dallas. Will do, Officer DeFore, said Ernest. Both Dallas and Earl walk into the back room. Garfield Mitchell appears, then looks up. Oh, Detective Brophy and Officer DeFore. Good to see you, said Garfield. You too, Garfield. So, what kind of evidence did you find about Mr. Porter? Asked Earl. Well, if you follow me. All three are approaching Eugene's body. Dallas groans. Not a fan of the dead? Asked Garfield. I'm not a fan of the morgue, said Dallas. This is a lab, not a morgue, said Garfield. Then it is dead bodies, said Dallas. You didn't act like that at the scene, said Earl. I held it back. Earl, I'm gonna wait over there. Tell me everything later, said Dallas. So, what you got to tell me? Asked Earl. Well, we did determine that his throat was slit open by a knife. He was with someone, probably a woman, said Garfield. Or man, said Earl. What? Asked Garfield. Mr. Porter was bisexual. Garfield looks at Earl. Dallas told me that they dated before, said Earl. All right, so it was probably a man or woman, said Garfield. Yeah, here's the thing about it. I dusted for prints. Nothing came up. No fingerprints, no saliva, nothing, said Garfield. Really? And you're the best person for this? Nothing, said Earl. Nothing. Whoever did this has done it before, said Garfield. You've got to be kidding me, said Earl. I never kid about this kind of thing. Detective, whoever did this is still out there. Find them before another body comes in, like Mr. Porter, said Garfield. If you find anything else out, you know who to call, said Earl. Of course, Detective, said Garfield. Earl approaches Dallas. Both Dallas and Earl are walking out of the lab. See ya, Ernest, said Dallas. Bye, said Ernest. So, what did Garfield find out? Asked Dallas. Nothing, said Earl. Now is that and quat? Nothing, and quat, as in he didn't find anything. Or is it, and quat? Nothing, and quat? Like you don't want to tell me? Asked Dallas. The first one, Dallas said. Earl. Really, Garfield couldn't find anything? Wow. There's a first for everything, said Dallas. He only knew one thing. Mr. Porter's throat was cut with a knife, said Earl. So, all we need to do is find someone with a knife. Wait. Everyone has one of those, said Dallas. Are you done being sarcastic? Asked Earl. Give me a minute, said Dallas. Both Dallas and Earl get into the car. The car starts, then drives away. I still can't believe that, said Earl. Don't worry, Earl, we'll find the culprit. So, where are we going? Asked Dallas. I'm dropping you off at your house. I'll head back to the station. Do some more investigating, said Earl. Are you sure you don't want my help? Asked Dallas. No, you relax. I got this, said Earl. Tell me whatever you find, good or bad. Information, said Dallas, getting out of the car. The car drives away. Dallas waves, then starts to walk. Another car pulls up. Officer DeFore, said Abby. Oh, Hey, Miss Harding, said Dallas. Please, call me Abby, said Abby. So, what are you doing around here? Asked Dallas. Just driving around. And seeing the town, said Abby. That's good. How do you like the town? Asked Dallas. It's great so far. Everyone's nice to me, said Abby. Give it a few weeks, said Dallas. Oh, Officer DeFore, do you know a good place to eat? Asked Abby. Yeah, there's a place called Curly's. Great food, said Dallas. Would you want to come? Asked Abby. I don't know, said Dallas. I'd love the company, said Abby. I don't want to impose, said Dallas. You're not. I'm inviting you. Plus, I don't know where it is. You're gonna have to come and show me, said Abby. All right, pull into my driveway so I can change, said Dallas. Abby's car pulls into the driveway. Dallas runs inside his house. Abby is waiting inside her car. The front door opens, shuts, then locks. Dallas runs, then gets into the car. Ready? Asked Abby. Yep, said Dallas. Abby's car pulls out of the driveway, then drives away. Curly's restaurant appears. Abby's car pulls into a parking lot space, turns off, then the doors open, then shut. Both Abby and Dallas are walking into Curly's. Wow, this is a wonderful place, said Abby. Table for two, please, said Dallas. Both Abby and Dallas are being escorted to a table, then sit down. Your food will be out shortly, said waiter number one. Thank you, said Dallas. We didn't order, said Abby. They only serve chicken here, said Dallas. Chicken? Oh, yum, said Abby. So, why'd you move here? Asked Dallas. I want to act. Everyone told me I should move here, said Abby. Good move, said Dallas. The clock reads 5:30, then changes to 6:50. Both Abby and Dallas are laughing. Dallas looks at his watch. Whoa, it's almost 7. I need to get home. I have a 5 o'clock meeting, said Dallas. All right, said Abby, standing up, then turns around. Val Moore spills a drink onto Abby. Watch where you're going, said Val. Hey, it wasn't her fault. Abby, are you all right? Asked Dallas. Yeah, said Abby. Hey, I'm more important. This suit costs a lot of money, said Val. Let's get out of here before something happens, said Dallas. Both Abby and Dallas are walking out of Curly's, then towards her car. Hey, I'm sending you my dry cleaning bill, said Val. Walk away, sir, said Dallas. Or what? Asked Val. Dallas turns around. Dallas, don't. I'm sorry, sir, said Abby. Damn right, said Val. Abby's car starts, then drives away. I can't believe that guy, said Dallas. It's all right, Dallas, said Abby. Abby's car pulls into Dallas's driveway. Are you sure you're all right? Asked Dallas. Yes, I had a wonderful time, said Abby. Have a safe ride home, said Dallas. I will, said Abby. Dallas gets out of the car. Abby's car drives away. Dallas waves, then walks into his house. Another car pulls up to a pair of gates. The gates open. The car drives through the gates. The gates close. The car stops inside a garage. The driver door opens, then shuts. Val walks into his house, closes the front door, sets the alarm, then turns around. A baseball bat hits Val. Val falls onto the floor, goes unconscious, groans, opens his eyes, then appears tied to a chair. What's going on? Asked Val. A cigarette gets lit. You? What are you doing in my house? A hooded figure appears. Answer me, said Val. The hooded figure reaches into their pocket, then pulls out a knife. Val's eyes widen. Part 2. The sun rises. Dallas's telephone is ringing. Dallas groans, rolls over, then grabs his telephone. Hello. Hey Earl, what's up? Another murder. All right. I'm on my way. I'll see you in a few, said Dallas, getting out of his bed, then puts on a pair of pants. Dallas's car is driving, then stops. Officer DeFore, Detective Brophy is waiting for you, said Officer Number 2. All right. Dallas's car parks, turns off, gets out of his car, then walks into the house. People are walking around. Hey, where's Detective Brophy? Asked Dallas. Upstairs. Last room on your right. Dallas starts walking upstairs. It's a brutal scene, said Officer Number 3. Thank you. Dallas walking the rest of the way up the staircase, then sees Earl in the hallway. Earl, are you all right? You look sick, asked Dallas. The scene is making me sick. Dallas, I must warn you. It's disturbing, said Earl. Dallas walks into the doorway of the bedroom, then covers his mouth. Val's body appears disemboweled. Oh my God, said Dallas, walking next to Earl. I told you, said Earl. Who'd do something like this? Asked Dallas. A sick and demented person, said Earl. Do we have an ID for him? Asked Dallas. Yeah. Val Moore, age 38, said Earl. Dallas grabs the driver's license. I know this guy, said Dallas. Really? Another friend of yours? Asked Earl. What? No. Last night, me and Abby went to Curly's. This guy was there and spilt his drink onto her, said Dallas. Did you get into a fight? Asked Earl. Almost. Abby stopped me. This guy blamed Abby for spilling his drink, said Dallas. You don't think Abby did this, do you? Asked Earl. No. I don't know, maybe. But, do you think she's capable of doing this to someone? Asked Dallas. Anyone's capable of anything. Me and you will stop by her house. Ask some questions, said Earl. All right, hopefully we figure this out. The second body in 2 days, said Dallas. Let's just hope we find the killer before a third one appears, said Earl. I'm definitely with you on that, said Dallas. Earl's car pulls into Abby's driveway. Turns off, the doors open then shut. This is where she lives, said Earl. Wouldn't have thought that, said Dallas, knocking on the door. She's not here, I'm guessing, said Earl. I don't see her car. She must be working or something, said Dallas. Do you know where she works? Asked Earl. All she told me was, and quote, she wanted to become an actress, and quote, said Dallas. Maybe she's at an audition, said Earl. Footsteps are walking. Both Dallas and Earl see Cameron Ruggles and Garland Storm walking. Excuse me, do you know where Abby Harding is? Asked Earl. I'm guessing at an audition. She goes to them all the time, said Cameron. Both Dallas and Earl approach both Cameron and Garland. If you see her again, give her this. And tell her to call me, said Earl, handing a card. No problem, officer, said Garland. Detective Brophy, and my partner, Officer DeFore, said Earl. I'm Cameron Ruggles and my partner, Garland Storm, said Cameron. Nice to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your day, said Earl. Oh, we will, said Cameron, slapping Garland's butt. Both Cameron and Garland laugh, then walk away. Try getting that image out of your head, Earl, said Dallas. Dallas, I stopped listening to your gay shit since yesterday. Now, get into the car, said Earl. Both Dallas and Earl get into Earl's car. The car starts, then drives away. Where are we going now? Asked Dallas. Get to the station and do some paperwork. It'll keep our minds off the case for a little bit, said Earl. Do you think she did this? Asked Dallas. I think a lot of things. Knowing is the conclusion, said Earl. But, do you think it? Asked Dallas. Yes and no. Yes, because she just rolled into town. No, because why would you kill the first day in town? Asked Earl. So, we kinda have a suspect, said Dallas. Yes, said Earl. And no, said Dallas looking at Earl. Both Dallas and Earl start laughing. Earl's car continues driving, parks into the police station, turns off, the doors open then shut. Hey guys, said officer number 4. Both Dallas and Earl are walking into the police station then onto an elevator. The elevator doors close. Maybe we should stop by the lab. Talk to Garfield, said Earl. Yeah, sure. About what? Asked Dallas. It's between me and him. You get to your desk and start the paperwork, said Earl. All right, you're sure you don't want me to come? Asked Dallas. No, said Earl. The elevator dings, then the doors open. Both Dallas and Earl walk off the elevator then into different directions. Dallas sits into his desk chair, grabs a folder then starts typing onto a keyboard. Hey Dallas, said Ernest. Hey buddy, what are you up to? Asked Dallas. Just waiting around, said Ernest. How's your uncle? Asked Dallas. He's good. We got another body, said Ernest. Yeah, such a shame, said Dallas. All right, I'll let you get back to work, said Ernest. Thanks pal, you be safe. All right, said Dallas. I will, said Ernest walking away. The telephone rings. Central Valley Police Department, said Dallas. Officer DeFore, it's Abby Harding. You wanted me to call, said Abby. Yes, Abby. Could you come into the station? We have a few questions to ask, said Dallas. Sure. When? Asked Abby. ASAP, said Dallas. I'll be right there, said Abby. All right, see you in a few, said Dallas hanging up the telephone. Earl approaches. Who was that? Asked Earl. Miss Harding, she's on her way here, said Dallas. Good, good, said Earl. So, did you find Garfield? Asked Dallas. Yeah, they just got Mr. Moore's body. They're examining what's left of him, said Earl. Well, I got most of the files here, said Dallas. All right, take a break for now. When Miss Harding comes in, we'll interrogate her, said Earl. Yep, said Dallas grabbing the folder then opens it. Earl looks at Dallas. Something wrong? Asked Earl. Did you know Mr. Moore was charged as a sex offender? Asked Dallas. No. Well, that's odd. It probably doesn't mean anything, said Earl. Where's Mr. Porter's file? Asked Dallas. Why? Asked Earl. I want to see something. The folders are being moved. Here it is. A second folder is being grabbed, then opened. Hey, look here. Mr. Porter was charged with the same thing, said Dallas. Well, this is odd, said Earl. You don't think the killer's after sex offenders, do you? Asked Dallas. Well, let's think about this. 2 murders of 2 sex offenders. It could be a possibility, said Earl. Detective Brophy and Officer DeFore, Miss Harding is here, said Officer Number 1. Thank you. Oh, I want you to get me a list of all the sex offenders in Central Valley. We'll be a step ahead of the killer, said Dallas. Good idea. Now let's go talk to Miss Harding, said Earl. Both Dallas and Earl are walking. The interrogation door opens. Abby appears sitting in a chair. Hello, Dallas, said Abby. It's Officer DeFore. I'm on duty, said Dallas. Sorry, Officer DeFore. Detective Brophy. How are you doing today? Asked Abby. All right, thanks for asking, said Earl. May I ask why I'm here? Asked Abby. What did you do last night? Miss Harding, asked Earl. Me and Officer DeFore had dinner at Curly's, said Abby. What did you do after? Asked Dallas. I went home after I dropped you off, said Abby. Can anyone confirm that? Asked Dallas. Yeah, my neighbors Cameron and Garland, said Abby. Oh yes, we met them this morning, said Earl. What does this have to do with me? Asked Abby. Do you remember the man who spilt his drink on you last night? Asked Dallas. Yes. What about him? Asked Abby. His body was found this morning. He was disemboweled, said Dallas. You think I did that? I'm just a woman. Plus anyway, I just moved here. How stupid would that be? To kill someone 2 days after moving here, said Abby. I said the same thing, said Earl. Can I go now? Asked Abby. Yes, we can't hold you without any proof, said Dallas. All right, you're free to go. Just don't think about skipping town, said Earl. That's what a criminal would do, said Abby, walking out of the interrogation room. The interrogation door slams shut. I hope you're happy, said Dallas. Interrogation is part of the job, said Earl. This is the worst part of the job, said Dallas, opening the interrogation room door. Dallas, you need to put your feelings aside. I know you care for her. But remember, you still have a job to do, said Earl. I'll remember that, said Dallas, shutting the interrogation room door. Officer DeFore, here's the list you wanted, said Officer Number 1. Dallas grabs the folder. Thank you. I'm off right now. I need to clear my head, said Dallas. All right, good night, said Officer Number 1. Dallas walks outside, then towards his car. Dallas's car starts, then drives away. Earl is watching from the interrogation room window. Hey, where's Officer DeFore going? Asked Earl. He's taking the rest of the day off. He needs to clear his head, said Officer Number 1. And quat. Clear his head, and quat, said Earl. That's what he told me, said Officer Number 1. Dallas's car continues driving, pulls into Abby's driveway, then turns off. Dallas gets out of his car, then walks towards the porch. Knocking on the door. Dallas sighs. The front door opens. Abby appears. Officer DeFore, said Abby. It's Dallas. I'm off duty now, said Dallas. What can I do for you? Dallas asked Abby. Can we talk? Asked Dallas. Depends. You gonna yell at me too? Asked Abby. No. I just want to talk. Can I come inside? Said Dallas. Abby opens the door all the way. Dallas walks into Abby's house. What do you want to talk about? Asked Abby, walking into the living room. Well, first, I want to apologize about Earl. He always goes overboard with interrogation, said Dallas. It's also my fault. I shouldn't have yelled, said Abby. You have the right to. We blamed you for something you didn't do, said Dallas. Well, since we got past that, do you want a drink? Asked Abby. Sure, what you got? Asked Dallas. I got red wine, said Abby. I don't know if I should, said Dallas. Why not? You're not on duty. You said it yourself, said Abby. What the hell? I'll take a drink, said Dallas. I'll be right back, said Abby. Walking away. Dallas looks around the living room, then sees some pictures. Are these your parents? Asked Dallas. Yeah, they are, said Abby. Good-looking people, said Dallas, turning around. Abby appears in her bra and underwear holding 2 glasses of wine. It runs in the family, said Abby. Abby, you should put on some clothes, said Dallas, looking away. Why? Don't you like what you see? Wait, you're not gay, are you? Asked Abby. No, I'm just respectful, said Dallas. Abby places the 2 glasses of wine onto the table, sits onto the couch, then covers up. I'm sorry, Dallas, said Abby. It's all right, said Dallas. I'll understand if you want to leave, said Abby, starting to cry. Hey, don't cry. Please don't cry, said Dallas, sitting next to Abby. I always think people want me. What's wrong with me? Asked Abby. Nothing's wrong with you. In fact, I like you, said Dallas. Really? Said Abby. Yeah, I mean, look at you, said Dallas. You're just saying that, said Abby. No, I'm not. Any guy would be lucky enough to have you, said Dallas. Abby looks at Dallas, then kisses him. Dallas pushes Abby away. Come on, Dallas, I need to feel something, said Abby. Dallas kisses Abby, then picks her up. Abby wraps her legs around Dallas's torso. Both Abby and Dallas are walking into the bedroom. Abby gets placed onto the bed. Dallas takes off his clothes. Abby is moaning. Dallas takes off Abby's bra, then kisses her breasts. Abby lays on top of Dallas, then moans. Both Abby and Dallas are laying next to each other, then smiling. Earl appears in his car outside of Abby's house. Part 3. The sun rises. Dallas is staring at Abby. Abby wakes up, looks at Dallas, then smiles. Good morning, said Abby. Morning. How'd you sleep? Asked Dallas. Very good, actually, said Abby. Well, I better get going. Hopefully Earl's not mad at me, said Dallas. Why would he be mad? Asked Abby. We had an argument yesterday after you left, said Dallas. Just apologize, like you did to me. Just don't do what you did to me to him, said Abby, laughing. Both Abby and Dallas are getting dressed. The front door opens. Dallas walks onto the porch, turns around, then kisses Abby. I'll see you tonight, said Dallas. I hope so, said Abby, kissing Dallas. Dallas walks off of the porch. The front door shuts. Dallas gets to his car, then looks across the street. Both Cameron and Garland appear, looking at their grass. Dallas approaches. Hey guys, what's up? Asked Dallas. Officer DeFore, someone came through here with their vehicle, said Cameron. Who cares about that? Look at my grass, said Garland. It's all right, babe, said Cameron. I'm gonna check this out, said Dallas. I'll come too, said Cameron. No, you stay here. Thanks for the offer though, said Dallas. It's all swampy down there. You'll need someone else with you, just in case, said Cameron. All right, thanks, said Dallas. Both Cameron and Dallas are walking. These tire tracks keep going, said Cameron. Must have been a drunk driver or something, said Dallas, going to step. Wait, don't step there. You step in that, you'd definitely be stuck, said Cameron. Thank you. Dallas looks into the distance. A car appears in the swamp. Over here. Both Cameron and Dallas are slowly walking. Dallas stops. Oh no, said Dallas. What? Asked Cameron. That's Detective Brophy's car. What's it doing out here? Asked Dallas. Do you think he's all right? Asked Cameron. I hope so. I need to call this in. Dallas pulls out his cell phone, then presses the button. Hey, it's Officer DeFore. I'm down here by the swamp. I found Detective Brophy's car stuck in it. Come down here quickly. I'll be waiting. Dallas's cell phone hangs up. Backup is coming. We need to wait here, said Dallas, screaming in the distance. Both Cameron and Dallas are running. Garland is standing outside. Garland, what's wrong, baby? Asked Cameron. Inside the main closet. It's horrible, said Garland. Dallas runs into the house, then opens the main closet door. Earl's body appears with his eyes gouged and his tongue cut out. Oh my God, said Dallas, leaning forward, then sees a bloody knife. Both Cameron and Garland are standing outside. What is it? Officer DeFore asked Cameron. It's my partner, Detective Brophy. He's in your closet with his eyes gouged out and his tongue's missing. Can you explain that? Asked Dallas. We can't explain it. We woke up this morning, then saw the grass. Like this, said Cameron. Then I found his body in the closet, said Garland. All right, I believe you, for now. I'm just upset about finding my partner dead. If I was you, I'd stay with Miss Harding until we get everything situated, said Dallas. All right. Sorry about your partner, said Cameron. A few police cars approach, then stop. Hey, Officer DeFore, where's the car? Asked Officer Number 1. We have a bigger problem, said Dallas. What? Asked Officer Number 1. We found Detective Brophy's body in the main closet of this house. His eyes were gouged out and his tongue was cut out. There's a knife inside. I believe it killed the other victims too, said Dallas. We'll get right on it, said Officer Number 1. And Quat? Dallas, and Quat. Abby appears. Cameron and Garland told me everything. How are you doing? Asked Abby. My partner is dead. How do you feel? Dallas sighs. Sorry, I'm just upset, asked Dallas. I understand. I'm here for you, said Abby. Thanks. I need to get to the station, said Dallas. I'm sorry about Detective Brophy, said Abby. Thanks. I'll stop by after I'm done. Be careful, said Dallas. I will, said Abby, kissing Dallas, then walks away. Officer DeFore. Officer DeFore, come look at this. We have footprints, said Officer Number 1. Yeah, that's when me and Mr. Ruggles went down into the swamp. But these ones aren't ours, said Dallas. Someone else's. Footprints, said Officer Number 1. That's about an 8, right? Asked Dallas. Looks like it, said Officer Number 1. Find out their shoe size. We may have found the killer's first mistake, said Dallas. Getting into his car. Dallas's car drives away. The police station appears. Dallas's car pulls into the parking lot, parks, turns off, the driver door opens then shuts. Dallas walks into the police station, then into the lab. Hey Dallas, said Ernest. Hey pal, where's your uncle? Asked Dallas. In the back, said Ernest. Dallas walks into the back room. Dallas, what's up? Asked Garfield. Got some news, said Dallas. Good or bad? Asked Garfield. Terrible. Garfield looks up at Dallas. Earl's car was found in the swamp, said Dallas. Is he all right? Asked Garfield. He's dead. His body was found in a neighbor's house. His eyes were gouged out and tongue cut off, said Dallas. God, I'm sorry, Dallas, said Garfield. But I got good news, said Dallas. Let's see if it'll cheer me up, said Garfield. This was found next to Earl's body, said Dallas, showing the knife in air. Baggy. Well, finally a weapon, said Garfield. Get it dusted for prints, said Dallas. Oh, by the way, Earl had me research Abby Harding. It was supposed to be a secret. But not anymore. Here's her file, said Garfield, handing the folder to Dallas. Thanks. I want the results soon, said Dallas. Walking away. Bye, Dallas, said Ernest. Dallas waves, walks upstairs, then approaches his desk. The folder gets placed onto his desk. Dallas grabs another folder, opens it, looks through the list of names, then sees Earl's. This can't be right, said Dallas, typing onto the keyboard. Earl's file appears on the computer. Dallas is reading. Hey Dallas, I heard about Earl. I'm sorry, said Officer number 2. Yeah. Hey, did you know Earl was charged as a sex offender? Asked Dallas. Really? He was a cop, said Officer number 2. Right here is where it says it, said Dallas. Didn't you say the killers after sex offenders? Asked Officer number 2. That was just a theory. I didn't think it'd be true, said Dallas. We may need to find the other sex offenders on this list, said Officer number 2. You start with one half. I'll do the other half, said Dallas. Both Dallas and Officer number 2 are typing onto their keyboards. Footsteps are walking. Hey Dallas. Oh, I mean Officer DeFore, said Abby. What are you doing here? Asked Dallas. I brought you some of my homemade coffee. It's really good, said Abby. Thanks. I'll have a cup now. Abby pours coffee into a cup, then hands it to Dallas. Dallas drinks the coffee. Delicious, said Dallas. Can I have a cup? Asked Officer number 2. Sure. Abby pours coffee into another cup. Here you go, said Abby. Officer number 2 drinks the coffee. That is delicious, said Officer number 2. Well, I'll let you get back to work. See you later, I guess, said Abby. Yep, said Dallas. Abby kisses Dallas's forehead, then walks away. A beautiful woman that makes coffee. How is she in bed? Asked Officer number 2. Get back to work, said Dallas. The sun goes down. Dallas groans. Man, I'm tired, said Officer number 2. Go home. I'll handle this, said Dallas, closing his eyes. Dallas, wake up, said Officer number 2, standing up, then falls onto the floor. Where am I? Asked Dallas. Dallas, over here. Earl appears. Don't trust, said Earl, fading. Earl, don't trust who? Earl, don't go. And quat, Earl, and quat, yelled Dallas, waking up, looks at his watch, then groans. Officer number 2 appears sleeping on the floor. Dallas smiles, then puts his arms onto the desk. The folder falls onto the floor. Dallas bends down, grabs the folder, then looks at the paper. Footsteps are running downstairs. The lab door opens. Dallas is pointing his gun around the lab. A chair squeaking in the distance. Dallas approaches the chair, then spins it around. Garfield appears with tools in his head and body. A hooded figure runs in the background. Dallas looks, then follows the hooded figure. The hooded figure runs upstairs. The gun fires. The hooded figure ducks, then continues running. Dallas continues running, then gets to the parking lot. Footsteps are walking. A pair of high beams shine onto Dallas. The car drives towards Dallas. Dallas fires his gun, then moves. The car drives away. Dallas runs towards his car. Dallas's car starts, then follows behind the car. Dallas watching the car, then drives down an alley. The hooded figure looks in the rearview mirror. a pair of high beams shining onto the car. Both cars collide into each other. The driver door opens. Dallas coughs, gets out of his car, then walks around the second one. The driver door gets opened. The hooded figure is gone. Dallas looks around, then runs down the street. Abby's house appears. Dallas approaches the house, screaming in the distance. Dallas runs towards the swamp, then stops. Both Cameron and Garland appear kneeling on the ground. The hooded figure appears behind them, both Cameron and Garland. "Hello, Officer DeFore," said the hooded figure. "Lower the knife, now," said Dallas. "My job's not down here," said the hooded figure. "You don't have to do this. I read your file." "You don't have to do this, Abby," said Dallas. The hood gets taken off. Abby appears. "I need to do this. People who rape others deserve to die. That's why I did it. That's why I need to do this," said Abby. "We didn't rape anyone," said Cameron. "You probably didn't. But your friend here has," said Abby. "No, it's not true. Garland, tell her." Cameron looks at Garland. "Garland, say it isn't true," said Cameron. "I'm sorry, it was when I was 20. I was drunk," said Garland. "No," said Cameron. "Now, if you don't mind," said Abby, raising the knife. "Abby, don't. I'll shoot," said Dallas. "I know," said Abby. Ernest appears behind Dallas, then puts him into a headlock. "Ernest," said Dallas. "Sorry, Dallas," said Ernest. "Now, where was I?" asked Abby. "Abby, don't," said Dallas is struggling. "Sorry, Dallas. Do you have anything to say for yourself?" asked Abby. "Don't do this," said Garland. "You should have said that back then," said Abby, stabbing Garland in his chest with the knife. Garland gasps, then falls onto the ground. "And quat? Garland, and quat? You bitch. You fucking murderous bitch," said Cameron. "Hey, you married a rapist," said Abby. "Abby, stop this," said Dallas. "It's done. I'm gonna leave now. You won't be able to find me." "No, one thing, Dallas. I really do like you," said Abby, kissing Dallas. Cameron is staring at Garland's body, then at all three of them. "Let's get out of here," said Ernest. Cameron runs, then tackles Ernest. A gun cocks. Cameron looks up at Abby. "You should have stayed down," said Abby. Dallas moves Abby's arm. The gun fires. Cameron gets shot in his shoulder, then falls onto the ground. Ernest goes to step. Dallas moves Abby's arm, then fires the gun. Ernest gets shot, then falls onto the ground. Abby punches Dallas's stomach. Dallas shoves Abby. Abby falls onto the ground, stands, then points the gun. Dallas is holding the knife, smiles, then throws it. Abby moves. The knife lands into the swamp. Abby laughs. "I missed," said Dallas. "I know," said Abby, stepping forward, then gets stuck. Dallas laughs. "You could get stuck in the swamp." The gun continuously fires, then clicks. "Miss Abby Harding, you're under arrest for all the murders you have committed, and we will get you some help," said Dallas, grabbing his gun, takes out the magazine, then reloads it. "You can't hold me forever," said Abby. "We'll see." "Cameron, are you all right?" asked Dallas, walking towards Cameron. Abby pulls her legs loose, pulls out another knife, then runs at Dallas. "Dallas," said Cameron. Dallas turns around, then continuously fires his gun. Abby, continuously being shot, falls into the swamp, then slowly goes underneath the water. "Goodbye, Abby. Let's get you some help," said Dallas, helping Cameron stand up. Both Cameron and Dallas are walking away. The end.